joins us from our Cape Town studios. Dr. Suleiman, thanks very much for your time. I mean, if what the Western Cape government says is anything to go by, then Gift to the Givers has been wasting its time providing aid to towns which, on the face of it, according to what the Western Cape government says, doesn't need your help.
We must be the biggest fools on earth to do that. It costs a lot of time, a lot of money, taking your staff back from the December holidays, paying them double, getting forklifts, getting more truck drivers, collecting bottled water, taking all the effort to deliver water to people that don't need it. That must be the most ridiculous thing we've ever done in our 26-year history. Our response is very, very clear. We haven't gone around, driving around Western Cape to look for people who are in trouble. We sit here in Cape Town and the calls start coming in. The calls came early last year from the Duans first, to say they were running out of water. That intervention was easy. We put in 5 boreholes and gave the town 800,000 litres per day, which sort of saved the town. Tosrefit had a problem. They were running out of water. We put in boreholes on each side of Tosrefit. That saved them. Beaufort West, the problem started, and this is the big one. The problem started in November 2017. We were actually called by Western Cape Provincial Disaster to see what we can do. Most people said water cannot be found in Beaufort West. We brought in our own professor, Dr. Gideon Groenewald, a hydrologist, geologist, paleontologist. He looked at Beaufort West. We battled for 3 weeks, and eventually we found 1 million litres per day. But because of the aquifers drying out, because of no rainfall, we had to bring that amount down to just under 200,000 litres to save the aquifer. And from August last year, we've been getting repeated calls from Beaufort West that they're running out of water. In December, they said they're almost out of water. The bores have dried up. The reservoir power pumps are broken, and they're in serious trouble. In the next 48 hours, the whole town is going to be dry. And we've rushed in hundreds of tons of litres of water. 10 days later, Lainsburg called and said, we only have water for 12 hours. That if you don't bring water now, we don't know what we're going to do for our people. And it's been going on like that. And now last week, Kanaland Municipality called with the same kind of message.
Dr. Suleiman, it seems that Gift to the Givers is being swept up in electioneering as we run up to the 2019 national elections. Perhaps it's bad press for the Western Cape government to admit to the fact that they are running out of water.
Look, we didn't take the Western Cape government on or attack them or fight with them. We started off with a very cordial relationship. In January last year, when we saw, because to us it doesn't matter who the government is. To us, the people matter, and whoever's in power must work with us. Whether it's a local councillor, the local municipality, Western Cape government, DANC, it doesn't matter to us. Whoever can work with us to get aid where we need it most, we're most happy to do that. And when we came in last year, December 2017, when the concept of Day Zero started, Gift of the Givers started collecting water, and the whole of South Africa started responding. And when we started bringing container upon container by ship from Durban, we brought in 300 containers laden with water, sponsored by South Africans, to Gift of the Givers. And when the Western Cape Provincial Disaster saw what we were doing, they said, thank you very much. We like to work with you. The government likes to work with you. The Premier likes to work with you. And actually, I haven't even met the Premier. I met the Finance MSc, and they all said, thank you very much for what you're doing. And various people in the government said, you know what? You guys need to be compensated at least for your logistics. This is a very expensive business. They came with that offer from March 2018. And every time they said, look, we are about to give you the money, it's already February 2019 and nothing has happened. But that doesn't matter to us. As people call us, we will respond. In terms of electioneering, if they're using this as a process for electioneering, it's very bad governance, very bad management, because at the end of the day, the young child, the sick adult, the person in the old age home suffer the most.
Dr. Suleiman, from what you're saying, it seems to me that despite the claims that continue from the side of the Western Cape government that unnecessary panic is being caused by these claims of droughts in certain municipalities, Gift of the Givers from your side, you'll continue to provide aid where it's needed.
Most certainly. Actually, if we were wasting time, why did we get a police escort into Kanaland Municipality on Tuesday? A police escort into the town, a press conference by the mayor, all the town people coming to greet us. People won't do that if they have water, or if they have what they need. we will just be wasting their time and our time. And after we left, we had to send in more trucks. Another truck went in yesterday. Another truck is going in on Monday, because it's totally inadequate, the amount that we've taken in terms of what they still need. The sad thing is, we know for a fact that many municipalities have been called by the Western Cape government to say don't talk to anybody about the crisis. We know that municipalities are in big trouble right now, but they're too afraid to talk. A task team was sent to Beaufort West yesterday or the day before and told, you know what, don't speak to NGOs. So the Western Cape, the Beaufort West municipality stood up and said, which NGO are you referring to? There is only one NGO in the whole country that brought water to us, and it's Gift of the Givers. What have you guys been doing for the last 2.5 years? You come to us now. We will not stop working with them. We'll continue working with them. And those guys got up and left. Today, they're on the way to Canaland Municipality. They're going to get the same hostile reception. Oudtshoorn, Mossel Bay, and Laingsburg, if you call them, they won't answer the phone. They're too afraid to talk to anyone. They've been gagged.
Certainly bizarre situation there unfolding in the Western Cape. Thanks very much for your time. Gift of the Givers founder, Dr. Imtiaz Suleiman, joining us from our studios in Cape Town there. He's painting a picture of extensive help being provided to municipalities, to several towns in the Western Cape whose traps are running dry.